My oh my, am I excited to present you with this? Yes, I am. It's the expanded unit roster mod. New units for almost every faction in the game, along with a few scripts here and there. Units from the Noldor of Region mod, units from Gondor at War, Empire of Rhun, and from other sources. There's just a compilation of different things here, from Reforged as well. Oh my god, let's take a look at this. I've been looking forward to a mod like this for a long time. Let's take a look at it. Before we go through all of the factions in the custom battle section here, I just want to highlight one thing. You won't be able to see every new unit in the custom battle section. A few units are only visible on the campaign. You can only get them in the campaign, but you can play with them and use them. They have their unique unit cards as well, but they're just simply not visible here. For example, Gondor, I think, have 2 extra units in their entire roster that isn't visible here, but you can totally recruit them on the campaign map and use them. So now that's out of the way. I will dot around a few screenshots on some of the unit cards, and let's just make a competition out of it. Let's see if you can guess to what faction those unit cards belong to. Okay, let's begin taking a look at Gondor. We have one thing that I can see straight from the get-go. Raven Helms of Kerandros. That's a new unit. Excellent two-handed swordsman, heavily armored. Requires Minas Tirith or Kerandros 13 attack, 22 defense. Looks like a pretty powerful melee fighter. Also have something else here. Black Swan Renegades. Requires Dol-Amrothian native province, 10 attack, 24 defense. That's a new addition as well. Let's go further. I think this is a unit that is recruitable for Gondor in this mod, but not maybe in standard Divide and Conquer. We have the Gondor Pikeman here as well. That's a new addition. Marksman of Kerandros is a new one. Citadel Guard. I think that's it from what we can see. One thing to note though as well is that Gondor now incorporates all of the Dol-Amrothian territory from the game start, so you won't be able to play as Dol Amroth. There is no thing as Dol Amroth. You cannot play them on the campaign map. Gondor owns all of the territory from Dol Amroth at the game start. So yeah, we can see here. They don't even have a roster to speak of. Northern Dunedain. What do we have here? Dunedain Axeman. 9 attack, 22 defense. Effective against armor. You can also get the Black Swan Renegades if you get down to Dol Amroth lands. Grey Company, Arthedain Men-at-Arms, I think that's a new one, or an old unit that they have put back into the mod. Fornost Erine Knights, really heavy melee fighter, 17 attack, 24 defense, that's a good unit. Arthedain Pikemen, this is the Tharbad Pikemen, but they are now locked behind Arthedain regions instead. Anything else? A marksman, I don't think. Yeah, these guys are new as well. The Fornost Knights, a new heavy hitting cavalry unit. Some extra additions there. There might be even more units that are locked behind the campaign map. I'm not entirely sure. The Adunaim, they have been totally overhauled. Totally new design on the faction, and I do like it. I don't quite like the version 5. Adunaim. Every unit looked the same. I'm having troubles just keeping... I don't know what kind of unit I even have. Everything looks the same, almost. They're quite similar here, but there's some things that do stand out quite a bit in this roster. Let's take a look at the units. Belaketh Axeguard, 10 attack, 19 defense, effective against armor. Numenorian Cohort. Alcaronda's Legion. Belage Footman. Royal Legion of Armenelos. 14 attack, 31 defense. Oh, that's insane. Farasim Swordmasters. Royal Guard, Missile of 8. Numenorian Shield Guard. Sentinels. Archers. Steel Bows. Seafarers of Nindamos, a Javelin unit. And Farasim Nobles. Numenorian Vanguard. Alcaronda's Faithful. This is the new bodyguard of the Adunaim faction, the Haradrim nobles, they now have a cavalry commander instead of the spear commander on the standard version 5. This roster looks insane. Can't wait to explore this faction more. And one thing to note though, there is a script as well. If you ally with Mordor, you will unlock 3 more units into this roster that isn't visible here, but you can get them on the campaign map. And they are unique to the Adunaim faction, so you will unlock some insane looking units if you ally with Mordor as the Adunaim. They look absolutely insane, those units. You can also unlock 3 Gondor units if you ally with Gondor. So you get to choose if you want to play as a good faction or an evil faction as the Adunaim. And the rewards are insane, no matter what side you choose. And this is likely a campaign I want to play on the channel as the Adunaim. Let me tell you, they look absolutely amazing. I really want to explore this faction more. I really do. Breland hasn't received too many new things. I think they have taken away a few units from this roster. Looks kind of the same as it previously did. Same with Dunland. Since Dunland got changed on version 5 heavily, they haven't changed anything in this faction. Clans, yeah, same here. These 3 factions hasn't been changed. There have been some deletions in the Breland roster, but nothing has changed a lot in these factions. Haradrim tribes. We have some new additions here as well. Let's take a look at them. A few extra Muhad units. Warriors, Berserkers, Beast Tamers. The tribesmen are the regular ones, but these 3 guys are new. You also get, take a look at this, War Beasts of Harad. Hit points 3, charge of 25. Absolutely redonkulous. I can't wait to try this mod out. I'm so excited for this mod. It's absolutely insane. I've been looking forward to something like this for ages, and it looks marvelous, this mod. Let's go forward. Let's take a look at Canned. Also, some new additions here. A few extra units. We have a General Assassin unit. I don't think this is not the General's bodyguard, but this is a assassin. You can use them to assassinate commanders or whatever. They are really meant to be assassinating units. The Canned Elite Assassins, 16 attack, 34 defense, hit points of 3. But there is only 37 of them. They're really low in numbers. They're easily killed if you surround them or just focus missile fire at them. But these guys are meant to assassinate a high valuable target on the campaign map. They're effective against armor. Really good unit. Really badass looking unit as well. Canned Elite Swordsman, Canned Elite Axeman, Spearmen, Elite Lancers, Canned Heavy Crossbow Chariots. Yeah. Just one thing to note though, as I've said throughout, I'm just gonna remind you again, there might be more units on all of the factions that I've gone through, because, as I've said again, some of the units you can only see on the campaign map. You will be able to see them in the battles on the campaign map. They have unique unit cards, but not all of the units are visible in the custom battle section. Let's go to the next one. The Empire of Rhun. This is not Rhun, this is the Empire of Rhun. And they have incorporated a lot of the units from that mod into the faction. Warriors, Dragon Wrath Guardians, Poleaxe Arm, Swordsman, Fire Guard, Lokrim Bodyguard, Wardens of the Golden Sun, Lokrim Maceman, Pikeman, Lokrim Spearman, Fang Guard, Dragon Wrath Shields. Look at that, look insane. Swift Blades, Crossbows, Lokrim Archers, Bowmen, Longbowmen, Claw Guard, Cataphracts, and some Chariots. There are more units to this faction that aren't visible here, just to let you know. But look at that. Look at the new roster for Rhun. It looks brilliant. It's from the Empire of Rhun mod. So there we go. Rhun should be a really nice faction to play as in this mod as well. Dwarves of Khazad-dûm. Can you see what I see? War goats. You can get some goats in this mod. You can actually get cavalry for the dwarves. So you can get the war goats in this mod. You also have another unit here, Mithril Guard. 14 attack, 39 defense. Look at that. Look at that. The dwarves also get some fine additions. There might be some other locked units behind the campaign as well that aren't visible, as I've said. Just screenshotting and popping a few of those screenshots throughout the video. Let's take a look at Erebor. King's Pikemen, Iron Guard, King's Shields. I think this is a new one. Legionaries of Erebor, that's a new one. It looks insane. 16 attack, 35 defense, insane elite unit. Anything else? Yeah, we have the war goats. You can also get goat chariots in this one. Yes, you can. Erebor has goat chariots. That is amazing. That's nice. Lothlorien, also some units locked behind the custom battle, but I don't think too much have changed with Lothlorien. About the same. Dale has received one new unit from what we can see here. Dalian Paladins. Let's take a look at Rohan. A lot of extra units here, look at that. Quite the large roster now. Red Axemen of Westfold. Helm's Hammers. Effective against armor, yeah, that's a good unit. Golden Hall Swordsman is a new one. Guard of the Golden Hall, look at that. A javelin unit, looks insane as well. Some new cavalry as well. We have the King's Horse Guard. Powerful cavalry unit, maybe the best one in the faction. Let's just compare to the, where is the other one? 15 shot, yeah, this is the new best unit. King's Horse Guard. Yeah, that's the Theoden cavalry. We also have the Red Shields of Erkenbrand, a new horse archer unit for Rohan. Looking badass. And here we come to one of the other factions that have been almost totally reskinned. Vale of Dorwinion. They look insane. They look absolutely insane. Look at this. Some new things in here. The Elven units have now gotten a purple kind of rework in this faction instead of the golden. So now they have a purple theme throughout the faction. Let's take a look at some of these units as well. These guys we've seen before. Nando Glade Guard. Cool looking Elven unit. We have some mainstay new units here as well. Elvelin Infantry. 9 attack, 18 defense. Vine Guard. 6 attack, 17 defense. This is the new bodyguard of Dorwinion. Elvelin Hammer Guard. 14 attack, 31 defense, effective against armor. Oh my goodness. Dorwinion's bodyguards are now monsters. Absolute monsters. Morquendi, Glade Masters, Protectors, Marksmen, Elvelin Marksmen, that's a new unit as well. Sentinels, this is the same but just reskinned. Glade Riders, Glade Lords, Morquendi Stalkers. Yeah, Dorwinion look insane now. They look absolutely insane. The Elvish, Mannish, Byzantine Empire of Middle-earth is ready for war. Let me tell you that. Anduin Vale. Greenwood Watchers, Throwing Knives. I think that's a new addition. Bjorning Defenders, Woodland Realm Axemen. That's a new addition to this faction as well. Anything else? There are a few hidden units as well that isn't visible. Bjorning Bears. They look insane. Yeah. Hit points 3. That's really cool. They can now get the ends as well. And there are other units locked behind. Woodland Realm have been expanded greatly. Look at the regiments, the Elven King regiments now. We have the two-handed, we have the sword and shield one, the axe and shield one, the gate guard, and the spear guard. Galadrim Axemen, I think this is if you get the union done, you can get the Galadrim Axemen. This is a new Galadrim unit. Elven King's Palace Guard, also a new addition, looking insane. You can also get the Eregion Smiths as the Woodland Realm and Lothlorien in this mod. If you take Ostenadil, you can rebuild the Gwaithí Myrdain and get Dawn of Norston and the Smiths. So you can get the smiths as all of the Elven factions in this one. Galadrim Spearmen. This is an old variant that has been taken back to the mod. Anything else here? We have the Stag Riders. There is also a charging Stag Rider unit, but they are locked. They're not seen here. You can only see them on the campaign map. They, of course, get the Ents and all of those things as well. Lothlorien. Galadrim Axemen. Spearmen. Yeah, as we can see, the Smiths are here as well. Some Stag Riders. We also get Galadrim Mounted Company. So they actually get a dedicated charge cavalry unit. Of a more elite nature. That's cool. That's really cool. Mordor. There's a bunch of units locked behind the campaign map in this faction. They have a new design on the bodyguard. We have the Barad-dûr Wardens, a insane looking unit, 15 attack, 34 defense, hit points of 2. Ologai has received a reskin. Let's take a look. Melkor's Chosen. Yeah. Good looking charging warg unit. Mordor looking insane. High Elves have received some of the Noldor of Eregion units into their faction. Eregion Warriors, Eregion Avengers, Eregion Pikemen, Moonguard, Stormguard, Eregion Heaven Knights, and this is the new bodyguard of the High Elven faction, the Noldorin Horse Guard, a Horse Archer Cav unit. Really looking good. Dol Guldur. We have a new powerful elite unit here, Camel's Chosen. A grey runic sword and board unit with really good stats. And we have these spiders here. And Dol Guldur also has like 7 more units into their roster. Some more of these Mirkwood Spear kind of units. These guys, I think there's a sword and board Mirkwood unit locked behind the campaign map. There's just a lot of more units into this faction that isn't visible here. Same with Isengard. A lot of units locked behind the campaign map, but we can see one here, Lurt's Hunting Pack. I'm not sure if this is a unique unit for only Lurt's. It might be recruitable as well. It requires Isengard. Maybe they are. 16 attack, 26 defense, missile of 7. So Lurt's actually have a really powerful bodyguard now. They do get a unique troll unit, if I remember correctly as well. Isengard trolls or something. That is a tier higher than the regular trolls. Goblins of Moria. You can actually... There's some scripts here as well. You can actually get the Balrog as a commander in this mod when you place them on the campaign map. So the Balrog is now a general. If you follow a few steps, I think. You won't get him from turn 1. You have to follow the script and do as the script says before you can get the Balrog commander. But you can get him here. And that's a cool thing. Let's take a look at a few of the new units here as well. Orc Fellas. Looks like a new unit, but I kind of recognize this one. There might be a new design on the unit card. I'm not entirely sure. Black Pit Berserkers, that's a new unit. 9 attack, 24 defense, effective against armor. Black Pit Spears is also a new unit. Mountain Uruks is not a new unit, we have seen them before. Goblin Bodyguards, they now have been reskinned to more of a blackish armor plate. That's good. Makes them stand out a bit from the regular Black Pit design. We have the regular trolls, and they also get another troll. They get the cave trolls as well, which is a upgrade from the regular troll. Azog Defilers. Yeah, there's a lot of extra units that are locked that you will see yourself if you play them in the campaign map. Orcs of Gundabad. Now that's an interesting faction as well. You can actually keep the ring as Gundabad in this. You won't be able to unlock the Nazgul. You won't be able to control the ring as Gundabad, of course, but you will unlock a few extra elite units that aren't visible here. One thing I can just give you some example. I'm not sure if they are locked behind the ring script though, but you can get troll Avenger trolls. So you now have Orc Avengers, Troll Avengers. You can get Troll Avengers as Gundabad. I will dot around the screenshots throughout. We have a new one here, Savage Half Trolls. It's a more of a buffed up one. This is the javelin one, and this is just the berserking melee one. Black Shield Warriors, Black Shield Halberdiers I think is new. You can even get some more Pale Uruk variants as well. Pale Uruk Spear and Shield I think is recruitable on the campaign map as Gundabad. Gundabad has received a lot of additions. You have to explore them on the campaign map to see them in their entire glory. Angmar. Angmar can also keep the ring for themselves, and they unlock some insane shadow units if they do. They are not visible here, but they are insane, those shadow units. Let's take a look at the things we can see. You won't be able to get the Nazguls if you take the ring, because you won't be able to control it, the ring, as Angmar either, but you will unlock the shadow units, and they are insane. But do you remember these guys? These orcish, black armored orcs. They have been brought back from the old Angmar roster. Do you remember Angmar before they were reworked into a human faction? These were the elites of the orcish Angmar faction, and they have been brought back. Black Pike Guard of Angmar, really decent pike unit. Not the greatest pike in the world, but definitely up there. That's a good pike, 19 defense for a pike, that's good. Black Hammer Guard of Angmar, a nice effective against armor, charging, flanking melee unit. Black Trolls of Angmar, an Angmarim themed troll unit, that's really cool, really cool indeed. And the Witch Realm Inquisitors is also a new cavalry unit. But the creme de la creme of Angmar has to be the shadow units that you do unlock if you get the ring and keep it. You have to take the ring with Agandaur, and he has to have it in his possession to unlock the shadow units. Same with Gundabad, you have to get the ring with your faction leader to get the units. That's the factions. Let's take a look at a few of these new additions on the battle map as well. Let's take a look at the Adunaim faction first. We have the Balaketh Axe Guard. Look at these guys here, they look mighty fine. Looking like a powerful melee fighter with those axes that they're wielding. Let's go forwards, let's take a look at this one. Numenorian Cohort. Oh, look at this guy. Let's take a look at the commander. Oh, this is the new... Oh my goodness, this is the captain. Look at that. Look at the helmet. Oh my goodness. Look at the flag here. Oh my god, this faction is going to be amazing to play with. A Numenorian Cohort over there, looking mighty fine. Alcaronda's Legion, one of the best units, 11 attack, 29 defense. Look at those guys, look at the shields. Oh my goodness, look at the helmets. Look insane, absolutely insane. Belage Footsman, standard early tier spear and shield unit, looking cool. Royal Legion of Armenelos. This is one of the finest looking units that I've ever seen. The armor, the helmets, the golden themed design. Oh, can't wait to play with those guys. They have been in, I think, the Gondor War mod before, but they look absolutely glorious. And what do we have here? Farasim Swordmasters. This uber elite charging, flanking unit. Look at those swords. Huge swords, nice helmets, golden white design. Looking great. Naru Royal Guard. These are now archers and spear and shield units. Looking cool. Numenorian Shield Guard. Spear and shield. The pikes. Here they are. Great pikes. Yeah, really great pikes. Numenorian steel bows. Seafarers of Nindamos. Looking cool. There might be armor upgrades as well in this faction. There might be. I'm not too sure. Here we have the new bodyguard of the Adunaim faction. This is the new standard bodyguard. Farasim Nobles. Over here we have the Alcaronda's Faithful, an elite cavalry force. Really elite. And we have the Númenórean Vanguard. Looking cool. Looking really cool. Okay, let's start the battle. Just pause it quickly. I'm just going to take a look at Dorwinion. I'm just going to show you the biggest changes first. Dorwinion. Oh, can't quite see the stats, but this is one of the new. Let's see, I'm just going to do this quickly. Just send forth a cavalry unit and scout out their names so we can see what they're called. Okay, cavalry, go as close as you can. And pause. Okay, there we go. Over here we have the Morquendi Stalkers. This is the Horse Archer variant, and they have great stats. Look at the new design, the purple design of the units. What do we have here? Morquendi Glade Lords. Look at those guys. Heavy hitting purple Elven charging cav. 12 charge. Good cavalry unit right there. Over here, yeah, this is the new standard bodyguard of the Dorwinion faction. Look at these monsters. And they have the stats to back it up. Look at them. Oh my goodness, we can't wait to play as Dorwinion with this mod. Over here we have the Morquendi Glade Masters. Also an Elven elite unit. Some pikes, the Morquendi Protectors over here. These are the new mainstay kind of unit, Elven Marksmen. Also looking mighty fine with the purple and silver. Morquendi Sentinels. Oh, did I put them twice? Maybe I did. No, I don't think, I'm not sure. Elven Infantry. Looking cool. Big shields. Elven Vanguard. Spear and shield. Nandor Glade Riders. Let's take a look at them as well. Here they are. Looking fine. And Nandor Glade Guard over there. So those are the new units for Dorwinion. Let's just have a quick little battle. Why don't you charge the Glade guys over there, and you can just try and stop those guys over there. Just rush forwards and fight them. Interrupt the Glade Riders, Haradrim nobles. You have started the fight with the enemy. Looks like we might be winning this cavalry engagement here. The Númenórean Vanguard. Oh, we've killed the command already. Here comes the Glade Riders. Just throw your javelins at them. Let's start the front line with the enemy. Everything we have. Let's take a look at these Haradrim swordmasters when they go in. Royal Legion of Armenolos. Looking really fine. Looking mighty. They look insane. They do. Axguard are fighting some Elven Hammerguard. This is the insane bodyguard of the Dorwinion. Fighting some armor-piercing Balaketh Axguards. Alcaronda's Legion are duking it out with a few of these Dorwinion horses. You're not doing anything. Let's try and interrupt these marksmen. The Dorwinion front line is barely holding. Their commander has been killed. Surely they know that the battle is over. Let's take a look at these guys when they throw their javelins at the enemy. This is gonna hurt them a great deal. Oh, look at that. Totally destroyed. Númenórean cohort duking it out with the marksmen of Dorwinion there. Yeah, some really fine new additions in this mod. Let's take a look at a few of the other units from other factions. These units you can recruit in the campaign. So they're not in here in the custom battle section, but you can recruit them on the campaign map. Take a look at the picture here. Let's see if you can find out where the units belong to. What specific faction does the units fit into? Take a look. This is the list, or this is the picture of the missing units from the custom section. Let's look at some other factions in this submod as well. Let's begin by looking at the Woodland Realm. Let's take a look here. What do we have here? Elven King's two-handed Elven unit. Another fine addition to the Elven King regiments. Just a two-handed variant. Heavy hitters, 15 attack, 24 defense. A really good unit. And we have the sword and shield variant as well to the Elven King line. Galadrim Axeman, this is a Galadrim elite unit. It's 10 attack, 30 defense, effective against armor, looking badass. And the Palace Guard, oh, they look cool. They look really cool, and they are really good as well. They're really good. The Palace Guard of the Woodland Realm. And then we have the Galadrim Standard Spearmen as well. Just the 11 attack, 28 defense, can form the shield wall, really potent spear and shield. We have the Stag Riders. We now ride stags as the Woodland Realm. And yeah, this is the early variant. We also get a Charger variant, a more elite Stag Rider, but as I've said, not visible in the custom battle. That's the Woodland Realm. Let's take a look at some other things. We have Harad here, Muhad Beast Masters, Beast Tamers, a Pike unit for Harad. We have the... no, that's the single... same units, okay. Berserkers. Warriors. And these guys here. Riding mighty rhinos or something. The War Beasts of Harad. Insane charging units, and they look badass. It's gonna be a problem for Gondor to deal with those guys, definitely. And over here we have Canned Elite Lancers. Canned Elite Swordsmen. Elite Axemen. Elite Spearmen. And over here we have the Elite Assassins. These insane Elite Assassins that you should use to try and destroy enemy bodyguards with, or some high priority target. Horse Archers, new Candice unit, and the Heavy Crossbow Chariot. Empire of Rhun, Claw Guard, an updated design from the standard Dragon Riders or whatever they're called. A more badass design. Over here we have a Dragon Wrath Swiftblade unit. Look at that, man. Look at the coolness of this unit. Look at the helmets. Look at the darker themed golden unit there. We have Vanguard over there. Runic Warriors. Dragon Wrath Crossbows. Lokrim Archers. Guardians. Shields. Oh, look at the shields. Look at those shields. Cool. And some Lokrim Spearmen here. I didn't choose every unit, but there's some of them. And here we have another cavalry unit. Oh my god. Oh, look at those cavalry units. The Dragon Wrath Cataphract. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Cool units. That's those factions that start the battle. Pause it quickly. Let's go through. Dwarves of Erebor, King's Pikemen, King's Crossbows, Legionaries of Erebor, the elite unit right there, and we have the Goat Riders, Hammer Guard, King's War Goat Hammer Guard. Look at those, look at the hammers. Let's go to the next one. Black Pit Spears. For Moria. This is the new design of the bodyguard. It's just been darkened a bit on the bodyguards. A bit darker. It's going to be easier to see them on the battlefield. And the Black Pit Berserkers over there. Look at that. The Balrog is now a single entity as well. And he works as a single entity, I think. Yeah, I think he does. He's a single entity. A really powerful single entity. Let's take a look at the stats. 60 attack, 45 missile attack, 90 total defense, 12 hit points. Single entity, insane power. with the Balrog. And you can, as I've said, you can unlock the Balrog as the Goblins of Moria if you follow a few scripts. What you have here, this is a new Rohirric unit. Can't quite see the stats of the unit though, but this is a fine addition. I think this is the new Uber Elite Charging Rohan Cavalry unit. Look at that, look at that. And over here we have the Helm's Hammers. Powerful melee Rohirric. Look at the shields. Look insane. And Golden Hall Swordsman. Sword and Board. Decent Rohirric Elite. And here we have the Javelins. The Rohirric Javelins, Guard of the Golden Hall. Also looking mighty cool. Really cool looking units. Red Axeman of Westfold over there in the back. And another cavalry unit, the Horse Archer variant, that also is a new addition. And over here we have Gondor. Black Swan Renegades, the Dolamarothian Sword and Board unit. The standard Gondor Pikemen from the Gondor War mod. Marksmen of Kerandros and Raven Helms of Kerandros. This is not everything. There's a lot of extra units in this mod that needs to be shown when you play the campaign yourself. As I've said, they're locked behind the campaign. Not sure how many times I've said that now, but just want to get that out there. There are more units to explore. This mod is looking mighty fine, and I'm definitely going to play a campaign on this mod. Definitely. You can get the mod yourself. There's a link to the Discord in the description down below. Get in there, become a member of the Discord. You can find the download to this mod there and instructions on how you get the mod to work. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Goodbye to you all.